Ghana Armed Forces has refuted allegations that soldiers deployed to Bawku to restore calm and maintain order have killed 7 locals. The allegations were first made by the Member of Parliament for Bawku Central, Mahama Ayariga, who indicated that the military shot indiscriminately into some locals running for cover, killing 7 of them in the process. But the military, in a statement, dismissed the said allegations and chronicled several incidents of violent attacks in the area. The military described the claims as false and unfounded. The military, however, stated that they engaged a group of armed men and neutralized 6 of them.
So the issue at Bawku is not new. Reason is it's been happening for some time. The National Peace Council, if my memory serves me right, came in to also have some conversation around it and was asking the persons in there to ensure that at least peace reigns in the area. Just 2023, beginning of 2023, we are hearing another issue in Bawku, and the chaos there is it doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. I
mean, Philip, first of all, sympathies to the families of people who've lost their loved ones as a result of this long-standing ethno-political conflict. We understand it's been around for decades and it's been festered. It's been going on between the Kusasis and the Mamprosis in the Bawku area in the northeastern part of the country. I mean, it's quite unfortunate that some of these things we still have to deal with it in this year. We understand it's over partisan politics, over land, over chieftaincy disputes. Even the siting of market areas have been some of the reasons why some of these clashes have happened over the years. And for me, it's quite unfortunate that we still have to deal with some of these things every now and then. I mean, you recall in 2000, about 68 people were killed as a result of some of these clashes. And for me, Bawku historically has been a very BRICS, in the early 90s was a BRICS economic thriving area, but as a result of these repetitive constant clashes, you realize that the economic gains the city or the town would have sought to make is gradually being wiped away.
Of course, because people there are all trying to flee the town. Nurses are moving. The last time this similar situation happened, the nurses were complaining that they can't work anymore. Schools were closed down. So, teachers weren't there anymore. And even people who would go there to do business wouldn't go to that area.
And that is exactly so. So investor confidence is almost non-existent there. And for me, really, the challenge over the years is about government inactions, actions and inactions in resolving the said conflicts. Over the years, as a result of, like I'm saying, government's inactions, the antagonisms really has sort of crystallized in the area and is not helping at all in terms of bringing development to the said community. We want to look at the reasons why some of these things are happening, and to some extent, some impressions from some Western security analysts who've been looking at the situation in Burkina Faso will tell you that, oh, I mean, there's some level of violent extremisms, and for that reason, we see some of these clashes going on there. But you speak to the locals or residents in the community, they tell you that, look, the unemployment situation in Bawku is nothing to write home about. But more importantly, some of the reasons for these clashes is as a result of weapon proliferation. I mean, in 2000, when 68 people died, it was sticks and machetes and cutlasses they were using in the fights. Now, what we see is automatic weapons and guns used. And you ask yourself, how would an ordinary person in Bawku be able to afford some of these weapons? I mean, check on the internet. According to Statista, an average assault rifle is around $789. An AK-47 is $786. Some even go on to state $1,335 for an assault rifle. And I'm asking myself, how will an indigent or a local in that community be able to afford this? And of course, social media. Now you understand that at the sound of a gunshot, one of the factions would quickly go on social media already claiming to be victims. You don't even know whether they are the instigators, but because of how social media operates, they go on to social media claiming to be victims and, of course, promising reprisal attacks and all of these things. So social media weapon proliferation has been the bane in tackling the issue. Of course, unemployment is there, and of course, the threat of food security appears to be one of the issues facing them. And for me, really, when you listen to some of these international security experts speak, they say, oh, the threat of violent extremism is sort of fueling it. But they go on to say that Bawku is sort of the weakest link with Ghana's attempts at fighting or combating extremism. But it's these issues of weapon proliferation, of social media usage. And for me, that is where the Ministry of Communication or the whole government apparatus, starting from the presidency, comes into play. I feel the president should take up this issue in resolving it. I mean, successive governments have tried, from President Rawlings, from President John Ajakum-Kufuor, even the late President John Evans Atta-Mills. All of them sought to provide some solutions, but they were not lasting. Also because of some of the political gains each party.
If they are providing solutions, the question is, are the feuding factions ready to get this issue resolved? Because there was a time when this issue was happening. There was a committee that is set to ensure that there is peace and harmony in the area, and they judge and they come out with a solution. We understand that the Kusasi side moved away from that particular committee or the meeting. And also, the National Peace Council came out to ask, that was in December last year, 2022, said that at least the group that has moved out should join, so that they should find a lasting solution to it. The group that moved out also indicated that every now and then when solutions are brought in, it looks like both factions do not want to implement them. So the issue still persists.
Yeah, I mean, I get that point. And for me, I don't even think it's healthy trying to go back to reasons why initial talks broke down. For me, I think this government should just take it up on a fresh note and say we need to bring an end to this some way, somehow. I mean, we understand that chieftaincy disputes really is one of the leading reasons for the incessant clashes here and there. And like I've said, see, a bipartisan approach, bring all stakeholders on board, whip them in line into government's effort. And I totally agree with you. Watching the report, I saw church billboards over there, the National Peace Council, the Ghana Pentecostal Council, but it should be an effort being led by the president.
At least